Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I would like to welcome you to my final video in Carl's vacuum room 4.0. I've had several different vacuum rooms over the past couple years, each one differing and very fun in its own way. If you've been watching some of the videos on the channel, you will have seen some of them. Definitely enjoy those. Actually, to commemorate this last video, how about I post some pictures of my previous vacuum room, starting with my very first in my grandmother's house. A lot has changed. I've gotten a lot of different machines over the years, but you will see some familiar faces. So I'll go ahead and show some pictures of the first through the fourth vacuum room. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed kind of the history of my collection as well as just kind of some pictures. Love reminiscing about the old machines and the old rooms that I've had over the years, as well as just being able to show that because there was a lot of things and a lot of vacuum cleaners that have passed through my collection that were really fun, and thankfully I've been able to hold on to a good majority of them. But on to the rest of the video. As we know, we are still continuing our series on the 1930s machines. Today's video is going to be pretty fun. I really like this one. It's been one that's actually been in my collection for quite some time, but it needed some work. Without further ado, let's get on to the video and check out a cool machine. All right, so what we are looking at here is a Hoover 700. Now, for vacuum fans out there, I know what you're gonna say. The Hoover 700 came out in 1926, so how does it fit the 1930s series we're doing? Well, not to fear. I'm going to let you know. Now, first and foremost, the Model 700 did continue for several years after 1926, making this one of the most popular Hoovers that came out of that time period. So, to say that it was specifically a 20s machine, not always correct. I've heard that they were made clear into 1932 or 3 because they were sequentially replaced by the 750, which is another machine we'll take a look at a later date, because I do have one of those too. But I digress. This 700, I also wanted to say, was rebuilt at some point in at least the 30s, maybe even the 40s. As you can see, it does have an original look to it. It did have another different replacement bag on it. Back in the 30s, they had different Hoover models that were out. Vacuum cleaner shops would constantly get things in on repair, and say you got something that was just too far gone, The family did not want that vacuum cleaner anymore and just bought something newer. So they surrendered the old one to the vacuum shop. Vacuum shop takes it apart, keeps the parts that are still good, much like this bag. And then when another machine comes out with a bag, maybe the family cat took to clawing on the back of it and ruined it. New family takes a vacuum in and they go, hey, I need a bag. We got one. Lickety split, you got a bag. Now, the bag that's on this, it came off of a model 475, 572, 627, 975. I don't know. There's a lot of different models of Hoovers in that 3-digit time frame. And quite honestly, I'm still not sure on all of the different meanings behind all of the model numbers, but this is not an original 700 bag, which tells me that the model that it came off of would have had to have been a 30s Hoover. Like I said, different model numbers, but original bag on one of them. The original 700 bag would have had an all black with some like orange pinstriping, some filigrees as the Hoover cleaner. Really, sharp looking bag. But that went missing at some point down the line. Gotta be remembering that this is almost 100 years old. So if things go missing, look how long it took for us to find some, like the Dead Sea Scrolls or the Bullet Mustang. We're talking many, many times, years and decades and all that have passed in this lifetime. I mean, you got to remember this thing like got through World War II when we were scrapping, pieces of metal. So to see something like this sometimes is really hard. But either way, this 700, I don't want to put a specific year on it, just because, a lot of different parts in it. Well, maybe not different parts, different bag, but either way, looks great. The bag also would have had a kind of like a scissor-looking separator at the top. Basically, it would have a couple of loops on each of the scissors, and that's what it would hook the bag to. Kind of an interesting setup, but tended to fail or break, or the little loops on the bag would fall off. I don't know. They got replaced, and they were put on with just a simple spring and clamp on the top. Most vacuums after this time period went with that. You still even see vacuums with that technology on it today. Now, this machine still has features like a height adjustment wheel on the back. So basically it would prop the machine up or down, depending on your carpeting. It also had a switch in the handle, and we will take a look right there. Actually, I'll flip the switch down for you to see. But as you can see, the switch actually has an H in it. H for Hoover, obviously. So, little facts about the 700 that are actually kind of cool. I really like this machine. I got it from my good friend Mitchell quite a while ago now, actually. But it was part of a deal that we had done for a few other of these old coffee can Hoovers, as we call them. Mostly because the motor looks like a coffee can. Bet you didn't know that. And if you did, check it out. But it was a cool machine. Really happy to get that deal done with him. When you get these things shined up, the chrome and everything, they just look like a diamond. And I know a lot of people that have machines like these, and they swear up and down they're some of Hoover's best. But that's where we're going to get into the next thing. So we are going to do a short run demo on this machine. I know that my videos have been a little bit short lately. That's mostly because I've been moving and I haven't had a whole lot of extra time to go through and make videos, especially with having to haul things up and downstairs and into storage. And you guys will definitely see my storage unit soon. It is a disaster zone right now, and to film out there is going to be a little bit difficult, at least for now. But that's where we're at. Let's get on to that run demo. All right, let's get this going. And there we have it. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little video on the old Hoover 700. It is definitely a really cool machine. I'm glad to have it around. And I do hope that we're able to see a little bit more of these machines coming up soon. I mean, I do have, I believe, one more video for this series coming out. So stay tuned for that. It should be a good one. It'll be the final one of the series, and then we'll move into June. Oh, wait, no. We're in June. Then we're moving into July. So we will catch you next time on the next video for this series. Hope everybody's doing well out there. I'm doing fine. The move is going all right. It's just kind of stressful trying to pack, you know, an entire collection into a 10 by 15 storage unit. Never fear, it's all going to be protected and ready to go, and we're going to start filming out there relatively soon. There's a lot more organization I got to go through, which is why I'm filming these videos a couple weeks in advance, just so that I can keep providing you guys with content until, well, I have to change over to a new location. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video as well as the pictures of the previous vacuum rooms that I've had the pleasure of making and kind of putting together. And you guys have a great week, and we will catch you in the next one.